thinking of getting a Chemex. Does anyone own a Chemex? Are they good? Are they bad? Are they worth €50? If you do, let me know. Well people, this is going to be a video that's a bit different. It's a review of the cheapest softbox that's available on Amazon. It's actually this thing over here. It's the thing that's lighting me right now. It's made by a company named Raleno, although I think that they just put their name on it. I think it's like a mass-produced good that is available in multiple different brands and they just slap their name on it. But that's what we're going to be going through today. So we're going to start off this review going through what comes in the box when you buy this light. So you get a tripod stand, a reflective dome or rectangular piece of sheeting for focusing the light. This light is then focused onto the sheet of diffusion that comes in the box that you Velcro on, and one 800 watt LED bulb. You get this state-of-the-art carrying case that's branded with Raleno. Feels good. So it seems to me if you look on Amazon for cheap soft boxes, you'll get a huge option list, but a lot of them seem to be made by one manufacturer and then a name just slapped on the side of it. While this can be a negative in the case of build quality and the materials that might have gone into making it, it does mean that they're producing a huge volume of them and generally they will work. Otherwise you wouldn't have companies paying to put their name on the side of it. The setup of the light is actually very simple. Unfold the tripod, tightening each element and extending until you reach your desired height. You then put the dome on and secure this tightly before you put the bulb in. The diffusion is then placed over top and Velcroed into place. Then it's as simple as plugging it in and lighting yourself for your video. So that's what you get and how you set it up, but let's move towards how effective it is or whether it's worth the money. We're going to talk about a couple of aspects you would look for in a softbox light to use in your YouTube videos. Performance, build quality, extras, and price. Talk about performance in relation to a softbox light. There's a couple of things that spring to mind for me. Brightness, color accuracy, adaptability, and ease of use. For brightness, the light does get pretty bright. Nothing blinding considering the price, but it can have an effect, especially in dark conditions. I also tend to use it like I am now as kind of a key light, even when there's light coming from outside. It may have a minimal effect depending on whether your blinds are opened or closed, but it really can make the difference between a really good looking video and something that looks kind of flat. So as you can see, it's very dark. This is the conditions if I have the softbox turned off. It is an extremely overcast day outside, but I do have the blinds open, so there is some natural light getting into me. So this again is softbox off, light from outside, and the roof lights on. So again, this is really like a flat image. You're getting some roll off on my face and it doesn't look too bad altogether, but the softbox itself can really just elevate the appearance of your videos. The color accuracy I've had no issues with yet. I've seen reports of it having a slight tint, but I haven't come across that. I tend to color correct all my shots anyway, so I think if you're any bit adept at this, you'll be able to achieve the shot you're striving for. To demonstrate adaptability, I wanted to display a couple of different lighting conditions so you can get an idea of whether it'll work for you. I'll show you the results now of these tests, starting with what we're looking at right now. So this is a dim enough room. There is some light coming in from the overcast sky, but the main key light is coming from here, and it's about arm's reach away. The closer you can get the light is actually the better. This is because you can see that it causes kind of a softer drop off the closer you come. And that's the purpose of this diffusion is to allow the light to be softer. This softer drop off is actually more appealing to look at. And I think lighting it just from one side like this allows for a bit more of a dramatic scene. So it's bright on one side and then it kind of tapers off to more dark on this side. As well as that, I don't know if I have it right now, but if you get the light close enough, you can actually get like a white highlight in your eye. And even if you don't think you like this, your brain likes this. It's very appealing to look at. So just to kind of hammer that point home, I'm using a light that is slightly diffused but not diffused as much and wouldn't have as big of a surface area. And you can see that the shadows are much harsher across my face. Now this can work, this is blinding me. This light has been very useful for setting up these kinds of shots for me and really has helped me to elevate from just the normal shots that you normally take to actually choosing how you light your scene. If this is the style of video you're looking to do, maybe some more talking head, then this light will work for you. The biggest drawback for me with this light is the heat that comes off it. Within a couple of minutes, I am roasting and sweating, and most of the time I actually end up like sweating on my face as well, so I have to dry off if I'm shooting a lot of these clips. But I think this is something you can get over considering the price. The second scenario I'm going to show you is actually my girlfriend doing her makeup. The reason I wanted to do this was kind of to give you more examples than just me talking to the camera. I wanted to show someone doing something, and I thought that there would be girls that would be interested in this light. Although there is a lot of ring lights out there now that I see a lot of the makeup artists using, but I think that this is actually a very viable option for these kinds of videos. I will say she has warned me she's not good at makeup, so please don't comment. She won't be making one of those makeup YouTube channels anyway, I'd say. Third test is going to be kind of product photography and top-down views. So I've done a lot of these top-down views in my recent videos as more B-roll focused, and I do like the idea of using B-roll throughout normal vlogs as well as other videos. So I think that this light works perfectly for that. It provides a nice soft light and really gives you the freedom to experiment with lighting your subject, which I believe is the main selling point of this light, providing you an entry-level option to really learning more and experimenting with light. Having that control over your scenes, even if you don't want to call them scenes, really does develop your ability to think through a shot. As well as that you kind of learn by doing, or at least I do, so getting something like this was really important for me. Okay, so for build quality, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's pretty shite. So when you're paying a price as low as this for an item that can go up to such astronomical prices, then something is going to have to give. They need to bring the cost of their production down enough to be able to sell it at a profit. And for me, build quality was where they were like, and cut some of the costs. The product feels anything but premium. It feels like the tolerances are massive, which results in some shakiness. The stand is a lot lighter than the actual head and light itself, so the fear of it falling is constantly there. And I would genuinely be afraid to bring this outside. I don't know, I just don't think it would be able to brave the great outdoors of Ireland. Other details where you will notice the lack of investment is the sheet of diffusion. I'm fairly sure I could have done a better job cutting and sewing on the sheets of diffusion. I love how the Velcro are all slightly different sizes, so there clearly wasn't a standardized length and measurement for them. It's just somebody with a scissors that was cutting them out. You really do get a homemade feel out of those elements rather than like a high quality premium product. As I said though, you're expecting these drawbacks when you're paying such a low cost. You could always buy your own stand, something that's more premium, and then try and purchase a softbox and a light separately so that you're kind of putting together your own dream team, and it will still come out to a low enough cost. It won't be as low as this, and I think the sheer convenience of getting it all in one was what sold me on it. With regards to extras, the bag, again to mention it, and it's not an amazing bag, it's just like probably, again, mass produced, easiest to cut and sew. It's like it might have just painted with the logo. So I wouldn't say buy it for the bag anyway. That's really it, like they give you the bare minimum, so don't be buying this for anything extra. This links back into my final point and where I want to end this video, and it's in relation to the price. So there's one deciding factor on whether you're going to get this light or another light, and that is the price. At this price, this is a serviceable light, and one that will allow you to get far better results than you would without it. And that is the bottom line. As I said, I learned by doing, and getting a light like this really is like getting training wheels. Will I someday invest in an aperture light or one of the higher end ones? Yes. Do I need that now, or do I even have the resources for that now? Absolutely not. And if you find yourself in a similar position to me, then I think buy it. Again, the results, as you've seen, can be quite good, and they'll really accentuate your understanding of lighting a scene, as well as taking the quality of your work upwards. So I hope you found this video somewhat helpful, and I hope it even brightened your day. Wow. I'm gonna go let myself out. So let me know if you have any additional questions regarding my experience with the product, and I'll be sure to get back to you, whether that be a comment down below or if you want to DM me over on Instagram. So I'll leave a link to the light down below in the comment section. It's gonna be in the description. So I'll leave a link to the light down in the description down below. And if you found this video informative and that it helped your purchasing decision, I'd appreciate if you use that link. If you enjoyed the video or you found it any bit informative, I'd also appreciate if you could take a second to like the video. And if you'd like to see more videos like this one, then subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one. Peace. Why do I always revert to see you in the next one? Peace. I'm sweating. See? Perfect example of the sweat after literally 35 seconds? 35 seconds in front of the light and I'm sweating.